at that time.
You have long advocated the recognition of the resolution of the United Nations as an important date.
Who did?
You have.
I've written about it every year if I could.
It's a very important
And I'm
date.
going to get another piece in the Jerusalem Post or in Allgemeiner about the same idea that we Jews should declare it unanimously Jewish Thanksgiving Day.
The 27th of November.
29th.
29th of November, yes.
We did it now on the 27th.
Oh, wait a moment. I owe something to history. I owe something to history. And this is to mention that the Jewish Federation in Los Angeles did not celebrate. I would like it to be recorded for the consciousness of our leader. You record it, right?
Of course, yeah.
Show it in synagogues and and in the Jewish Federation building.
But
What Judah is talking about, I was the only one that thought about even doing this. And the reason I didn't do 29th and I did 27th, because Michael Barenbaum has to fly out tomorrow morning. And that's why I moved it up 2 days.
what happened on the 29th that's so significant?
That 29th was the day when the United Nations voted on the Resolution 181, which created basically the State of Israel. It would have created Palestine also. It was a partition plan if they would have honored it rather than started a war with us. I mean, they could have had what they wanted 70 years ago. But as Golda Meir said, the Arabs never miss an opportunity. To miss an opportunity. They never miss the opportunity to miss an opportunity. It's Golda.
Okay. Anything else? What do you think?
Yeah, I can also add to that something. One wonders what would have happened had they accepted the partition plan. Just imagine, you have 600,000 Jews and about 500,000 Palestinians living in the area allocated for Israel, okay? Which means almost half and half, and neighboring a country which is sovereign, which means it can bring in missiles as much as they want, and hostile to Israel and vowing to eliminate Israel. And you have 50% of the population siding with their neighbors. Okay? They would have eliminated Israel in 5 years because Israel was hunger-stricken and war-stricken. Okay?
And that's real politics. That's very true. If they would have accepted it, it would be worse off.
Yes, there wouldn't be Israel today.
It's not politically correct to say what Judah just said, and I agree
No, it
with
is correct.
Because
We make political correctness.
because really, if they would have accepted the partition plan, demographically today, we would be worse off. We would be much worse off today, because they have more people and they have more Arabs around us.
So why didn't they do it? It's a good question. Okay, weren't they sufficiently visionary? They were. Why didn't they do it?
Because they thought they could drive us into the sea.
That's one reason. And the other reason is they couldn't. Anyone who says yes to the partition plan, okay, betrays his anthem.
That's right.
And the anthem was
They would have had to recognize
not even the size of a postage stamp. That was their anthem and remains an anthem.
of the Palestinians.
Yes.
They won't tolerate?
No.
The Palestinians would not tolerate a postage stamp of an Israel.
Not one. That's the real situation.
Agreeing to partition plan means betraying all their history. What makes them unique is Zionism, anti-Zionism. And if they agree that Zionism has some element of justification, they betray their whole history and they declare themselves fighting for the wrong reason.
If just one question. So if they won't tolerate an Israel the size of a postage stamp, what about this notion of a two states as a solution?
It will never happen.
Two-state solution is just for them, it's a slogan. They mean give us a land, give us a state so that we'll get stronger by virtue of our sovereignty until the time where the time is right to wipe out or to continue the struggle, the domino effect, to continue the struggle until the time is right to eliminate Israel. So they don't mean two-state solution.
Let me say this as an adjunct to what Judea just said. In 1956, I was a refugee with my parents from Hungary. We were in Vienna, and my mother asked my father, who was in Palestine for 4 years, from 32 to 36, and asked my father, why don't we go to Israel rather than America? And my father said, the only reason we don't go to Israel because the Arabs will never, ever allow the Jews to live in peace. And he said that in 1956. We are here 70 years later, and basically totally correct, unfortunately.